What's good, y'all? This is the real A-Town, aka RGB Fox, and I am going to just show a couple of replays while I talk about my case tourney experience. And boy, oh fucking boy, uh, it didn't go too well. I'll go ahead and spoiler alert: I went X2. It was 6 rounds of Swiss, and then cut to top 8. And I was shy of top 8, not too shy. I was like 12th place. Losing early really affected my tiebreaker. But basically, I come into the tournament, I have a list ready, and I'll showcase the list that I ended up playing later here. But basically, what you guys see me, testing on rated is essentially what occurred, or rather, what I played. My first round was against Malice, and my opponent did open Droll all 3 games. That wasn't the factor that, completely lost me the game. Droll was just on top of what everything else was there, so it's going to be tough no matter what. My opponent ends up winning the dice roll, so I have very little interruption game 1. And so they set up the entire board. It's topologic plus MTP and all that good shit, right? Unfortunately, I just don't have a hand able to beat topologic plus Malice follow-up and Droll, right? So with all that in mind, I had to scoop it up. And then game 2, I get Drolled again, but I'm able to play through it. I gamble on trying to set up a good board turn 3, and it ends up winning me the game. And then game 3, again, full board, and Malice is gonna draw at least 2, maybe 3 cards, and that unfortunately led him to not only have full board plus a back row, but also Droll. And yeah, early loss to Malice game 1 really sucked, but it is going to happen. When they get the dice rolling, they're gonna have it. Now the second round was against Life Twin Fiendsmith. The deck is honestly not that good. I knew that the deck had really good cards though, right? Like they have the new Leela that when you respond to a Life Twin effect, they can discard it to negate it. So I went Imperm on the Kill, and when they negated it with Leela, I chained Fulos. Now I realized that is an illegal play because I can't control cards while trying to activate the Molchummies. So yeah, that was a bad play on my end, because what I really wanted to do was resolve the Fuelos. I think in that regard, maybe I should have just activated it early, in the draw phase or standby. But now I know. Luckily, the opponent didn't give me as many draws as it could have been. He only summoned 1 monster and then reborn the Leela back from the graveyard. But even if I had no draws, let's say I just activated the Fuelos and he passed, I would have won that game. Game 2, he sets up full board. I do have a Molchummy again, but he has an Ash Blossom this time to cover for it. So no Fool Loss shenanigans there. He ends with like the A-Bow, the Desiree, and all that good shit. And I commit to a misplay, sadly. I have to start with Sword. He lets that go through. Then I summon X, trying to negate. I don't remember exactly what, but I remember I sent Aggregator. And then he ends up blowing up the Sword with the A-Bow, and then because I summoned the X in defense mode, I couldn't crash to use my evenly matched. And so I'm thinking I can use it still, right? Nah, I control a monster, so unfortunately I have to scoop it up, and evenly would have been really good there, because I think he had no response there anymore afterwards. He would have lost a lot of follow-up is all I'm saying. Game 3 though, I secured the dub. It was Not too much of a challenge, luckily, because he didn't have interruption. So we go to round 3. Round 3, I think I play against a mirror match. I forget exactly who it was. I just remember that it was a Swift 2-0. Match number 4, I play against my boy Jordan. Shout outs to him. He's a real cool dude. We were playing the mirror match, and sadly, he misplayed game 3, and that ended up mattering a good amount, and it led me to having victory. So I don't know what would have played out if he did if he committed to a different play instead, but it definitely would have been a lot harder to try to break through a complete Mitsurugi Fiendsmith or Mitsurugi Ryzeal board versus just a detonator alone. So round number 5, this one's the one that I'm beating myself up on still, and the one that I shouldn't have lost, right? I am playing against another Life Twin Fiendsmith, and I'm just too cocky because I'm like, yeah, there's no way I lose against Life Twin Fiendsmith, right? Incorrect. What ends up happening is I misplayed my game 3. My game 3, my opponent. So I was caught off guard. So I think I win the dice roll. So game 1, I end up winning, but he only shows Mitsurugi cards. So I'm thinking I'm either playing against pure, and then he shows Fiendsmith cards, and I'm like, oh, I'm just playing Fiendsmith Mitsurugi. I should be fine, right? Because I know the matchup very well at this point. No, it's not Mitsurugi Fiendsmith. It's actually Live Twin Fiendsmith Mitsurugi. And I'm like, what the hell? So, game 2, I'm completely caught off guard because he just goes Live Twin Fiendsmith combo. And I just, yeah. The cards that I cited were not anywhere in my hand, so I had to scoop it up. Game 3, I only open Mitsurugi. That's not as rare as you might think. You'll get those hands often where you only open Mitsurugi monsters, and I should have been poised to win that game because I had Purification, I had access to Quick Play to get another Quick Play with, like, you know, the Mitsurugi monsters, and Solemn Strike. I use Solemn Strike in my side deck. I really like that card. Any of the Solemns realistically are pretty good, but Strike ended up being better for me in my opinion because of the Habakiri, just being able to hit that card from hand and all that feels good. But anyways, so my board at this point is I believe Kusanagi on the field, with both level 8s, Habakiri and Murakumo. And so I have access to Purification in hand, Strike, and Prayers that I haven't used yet. And this is what I did with those combination of cards. Oh, I also have Cross in hand. So I decide I'm not going to use the Prayers right now and tribute the Murakumo. I'm going to just straight up make rank 8. So I go make rank 8. Effective rank 8 to search for a Tachyon card because I want access to my, Ryzeal monsters at this point. And he hits me with an Imperm. I'm like, okay, that's tough. No, actually, he hits me with a Mourner. And I'm like, Mourner, that's so fucking weird. But luckily I have Called by the Grave in hand, right? So I Call by the Grave the Ghost Mourner, and then he chains Imperm. So not only did my opponent play 2 cards that people aren't really playing anymore, he had the correct combination to hit that one monster. So now I'm like, okay, what are the odds he has a 3rd hand trap? So now I Prayers. I just pay 800, Reborn Saji, activate the Cross, and then he drops Nibiru on me. And so now I'm looking like a fool because I have Cross on field, Strike, and Purification. The Purification is dead now. I cannot use it. And the Strike is my only form of interruption. I gotta hope that I draw into a Ryzeal monster next turn. Spoiler alert, that doesn't happen. what I should have done is instead, when I had that board state, is before I make the rank 8, I should have tributed the Murakumo, special summon Saji, and then Murakumo search for another prayer, and then special summon it. So the sequence that would have occurred here is if he decides to nip there, I get a token, boohoo, you know, happens. But now next turn I have 3 forms of interruption. I would have had the Murakumo field blow up, I would have had the purification negate, the Murakumo follow up to get the other prayers, right? And then strike. And so once he nips me, what he has is Habakiri, so I strike that, and then he normal summons a Life Twin monster. He can't use his effect because Nibiru's on field. I believe that's how those cards work anyways. And he was like, oh yeah, if you had an interruption, I had Leela. I'm like, the interruption in your hand did not matter. What mattered is that I should have been able to blow up your board from here and then continue playing. Because at that point, he would have had the 2 monsters plus the Leela in hand that he couldn't have used. I would have blown up his field, and then I would have had Big Token plus Murakumo, which would have been game on the following turn. And unfortunately, I fucked that up for myself. So, at the very least, I recognize my misplay, right? And I just hope that next time I don't play into basically, I can't play into the Nibiru as hard as I should have, right? I should have just played a little bit smarter. And then round 6 was against the mirror match, and luckily I have everything at my disposal to beat Perulia because I Ash Blossom it. And then he also has an Imperm, which I'm able to play through it. And then he has Nibiru, and I'm like, that's completely okay because I, you know, have cross negate, right? So I started with X and Sword. So whenever I summon X, I think he imperms, and I'm like, that's cool. Special summon Sword, search, make duo drive, attach the, you know, XCs, and then at some point or another he does Nibiru me. But I have enough monsters on board to where I go full Ouroboros combo at that point, because now I cannot play into Nib. Like, it's legit impossible to play into the Nib there, right? So I go rip 2 cards, and then I have Detonator plus Murakumo and Prayers, and yeah. Unfortunately, I did not see what he had, you know, like what he was playing, because the discards from Ouroboros did not reveal what he was playing at all. So it could have been anything. So I just sided evenly matched. And that ended up working out, because Talents plus evenly matched broke his entire board. And now he scooped it up after he realized he couldn't, you know, he didn't have any follow-up to make any Xyz monsters. I don't think he had to scoop right then and there, though. So long as he had access to another Mitsurugi monster, he still could have fought, but he did banish his Murakumo face down and cross and all that, and that led to his demise. So, yeah. After round 6, we got the you know, we basically got told what our placements were. I got placed in round or in 12th place. My homie Waterboy got placed in the 11th, and my homie Ton, who he rode with, actually had the best chance because his tiebreakers were better than all of ours. We were all X2, but he made 9th place because the person he ended up losing to ended up losing the following turn, right? Or the following match. So he ended up getting shy. He just bubbled, right? And it's unfortunate, but it happens. We all left losers that day, but it was still a fun experience overall. So this is my list. I'm gonna put it on the screen. One thing that I would have changed is probably Imperm. I now see why people don't play it in the main deck, and it for the main reason is just it really sucks against Malice. And while it can be good against Ryzeal, a lot of the times when Imperm isn't going to save you, maybe Imperm in a combination of like, I don't know, Nibiru, Ash, etc. But then I'd rather just play the Molchummy monsters at that point and just get draws as much as possible, right? Like, I think if I saw a few more Perulias throughout the day, it would have been a lot better for me, instead of having a lone imperm. But you live and you learn, right? So yeah, that was my tournament experience. I'll go ahead and hope that I get to do better at the next one. There was a case tournament the following week after at a different local. I don't like that locals though. I'll call them out, Galactic Games. I just don't like this locals here in the DFW Metroplex. It's probably my least favorite, only because of the owners. The local itself is actually a really nice area to play, and I think the people that go there are overall generally nice people. It's just the owners make it impossible to enjoy. That's all I'll say about that. And yeah, I didn't go for that reason. Also because Dreamhack was this week, so I went to Dreamhack. And it was fun. It's just, unfortunately, Combo Breaker was there at the same time. I usually go to Dreamhack for free because my fighting game homies, FGC homies, hook it up with the tickets, because it's also a fighting game tournament event. Not this year. Combo Breaker took place in the same week. So I don't know why Dreamhack took place early this year, but hopefully next year it'll be a better experience. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace. Have a great day. I'll leave the rest of this match for you guys to watch.